My name is Kyle. I'm the founder and CEO of Dap.com. So we are building an app store for all the decentralized or distributed applications. Thanks for staying with me. Like, I know it's lunchtime, so I would like to share some of my secret formula of crypto investments. Just to know that every time when I attend Keynote's event in the States, the price of the whole market would drop at least 15%. So that's a 15% discount every time you saw me in Keynote's event. Yeah, that's my advice of investments for you guys. Yeah, so a little bit of introduction of myself. So last year I was a partner and vice president in one of the leading blockchain platforms in Asia. And I met with over 100 blockchain companies, developers, dApp projects, and then I recognize the field leads a lot of attentions of all the dApps, the blockchain application. That's why we are doing these projects. So I believe a lot of you guys know what is dApp, so just quickly run through the difference between dApp and app. So app is powered by a centralized server, so that's why it has a quicker response. And as you know, like everyone has a smartphone, so it's very easy to access all the application. If you want to use Uber, you just download it, or you just want to use it on the desktop or iPhone. And it's very easy to access. But for dApp, it's a little bit difficult. First of all, we have to wait for the block generation time. So if you're using an Ethereum dApp, you have to wait at least 15 seconds. So when you're playing a game based on Ethereum that is having a fight between each character, when you trigger the smart contract, your character is still there for 15 seconds until he makes the punch. And then the next is it's not easy to use a dApp. First, it's not free. Every time when you want to use the smart contract, you have to pay a certain amount of gas. And then most of the dApp right now was built on web, and you need a Chrome extension as the light wallet to access to the dApp. So, but as for the dApp, it's built on blockchain, so it's so it's sorry, this is I think I sent the wrong version of the PowerPoints. But so first of all, everything is written on the blockchain, so you can't erase it or you can't change it. So if you play CryptoKitty, then your kitty owns by you. No one can store for you unless you trade with others. It has liquidity. So if I want to trade with some other users, I can have it instead of if I'm having some Uber credit right now. If Uber is not having any partnerships with other companies, so I pretty much can't use it at all. And so introduction about Dap.com. So we are integrated communities for all the users to try out all the live dApps. So it's integrated. It's not about Ethereum dApps. It's about all the dApps on blockchain platforms, including Neo, Nebulous, Quantums, all these. And it's a community. We run campaigns, we run a lot of reviews, a run of discussions on different dApps, so users can interact with each other. So we provide a lot of statistics and data of how the smart contract is performing. And then we also working on towards becoming a launchpad and a labs for incubating the dApp. Because we saw so many good developers, they have the ability to develop great projects, but they're not professional in marketing or building up their community. So we want to help them out. So a little bit taste of what our website look like. You can go to dap.com and check this out. We have playlists, we have featured dApps, we have you basically see what the dApp would look like before you play it, and other people's review, and join their communities. So quickly share with you guys on the dApp status in the last few months. So by our record, we've seen over 300 dApps launch in the last 4 months. But to compare it, there's only less than 500 live dApps before January 2018. And for all these dApps, 70% of them are gaming. So it is lottery or non-fungible tokens and crypto collectibles, stuff like that. And 10% of them are around like DEX, decentralized exchange. And then the others, some tools, some social media, some finance tools. And so we would like to focus on crypto games because there was actually a subtitle for my presentation today. That is, my friend made over 300 ethers last year by playing CryptoKitties. Should I follow it? Should I still play with it? Should I make investment on these crypto collectibles? So when we look at all these dApps or crypto games, we've seen a lot of articles or websites saying that, okay, so you should pay attention to the DAU, the number of transactions, the contract balance, how to see if they're legit to go ahead with it. Because like we mentioned earlier, like every move that you make on dApps is not free. So, but we ran through a lot of comprehensive data analysis and come up with a very complicated solutions on that. So we are introducing the dApp rank matrix. So it would be the first open source comprehensive matrix to measure a dApp's healthiness. So we call it Doctor as well. So it's not only to look at the DAU, the MAU of all this, but to look into the relationship between all the user accounts with the contracts. So we can find out there are a lot of zombie accounts, like the user who pay like small, tiny little bit of gas fee and try out the dApp, but at the same time, there are a lot of influential keynotes that can bring a lot of attractions and make a huge contribution to the dApp. So it's a very complicated method. So we will be announcing open source in GitHub so that everyone can challenge us and talk to us on that. To easier to understand it, so we make it some graphics. So these are some flowers that represent some of the top ranking dApp in some of the website. So each of the dots represent one users, and then the center of the graphics represent the contracts. So when the dots get closer to the contracts, means they are more important as a user. So the dots way outside far away from the contract is some we call zombie users or zombie accounts. So can you guys make a guess which one is CryptoKitties? The second one is actually CryptoKitties. So there are either ones that CryptoKitties, the either groups, and either stream from. So you can see that there are so many layers of key users towards the center. So meaning to say there's a huge, great supporters of CryptoKitties. And when we look at this is a new game. I'm not sure whether it's a scam or Ponzi scheme game. Like recently, there are a lot of replicant of this game in the market and release it. A lot of play around with it. So you can see there are a lot of transactions. If you look into the number of transactions, you find that, oh, this game, there are a lot of users of this game. So should I go into it? But our data shows that there's only like very small amount of key users that is actually spending money on this game right here. And a lot of users are either maybe they actually all these wallets are created by bringing traffic showing traffic to these contracts. So so we'll be releasing this dApp ranking next week. So you can check that out on the website, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't look like this. So I know not everyone can read about flowers. So it's going to look like, it's just very simple. It's numbers. So one of the numbers represent the ranking of that, and then the second number represent its potential to grow. And so I'm actually running out of time, so just to share a little bit more of why we are doing this. So 10 years ago, the great Steve Jobs introduced App Store to the markets. And so now I believe that blockchain or in this industry is not all about just ICOs or like flipping tokens. It's more about like a lot of users like us, we care about how the blockchain technology can bring to us. What is it like to use that product, a decentralized product? How is it change our lives? So just pay attention to us, follow us, and just explore anything happening on Dap.com. Thank you.